I finally got my package from YesAsia.com. I have some coloring books in here that I have not looked at. I'll be unboxing this box and taking a look at all the coloring books that I ordered. I'm kind of nervous about it because I don't really know what I'm getting. Well, a few of the coloring books I know what I'm getting, but even with that, I have not really taken a look at the flip throughs of the coloring books from the authors that I'm familiar with. So it'll be my first time, and I think it's going to be fun. Let's go open this box. I have 5 coloring books, and I'm going to flip through each and every one of them, and we're going to talk about it. Well, I'll talk about it. You can give me your feedback in the comments. I learned about YesAsia from someone in the comments on T's World of Coloring, I believe. I'll link her channel up here in the cards as well as in the description box. But she had done some hauls of Asian coloring books, and you know what, I already had a few that I had ordered, but I also wanted some more. And she influenced me a bit to go ahead and get some more books, because I do like coloring books from Japan, Asian creators, just Asian creators in general. I do like their books because the paper is always very nice. Now, let's see how they package this. Now, I ordered these books through YesAsia.com, and I did not pay for shipping because shipping was free. Now, this is how everything has come packaged. I like that. I was kind of concerned about damage because the box had been, there was a gash in the box. Let me show you. On the bottom of the box, there's this gash here. So I kind of thought that my books might have been messed up, but I don't think so. Nothing penetrated the bubble wrap here. So let's open it up. Yes. That was quick, wasn't it? But yeah, I did not pay for shipping. I think you have to order so much. I don't know the actual amount, but it's really not that much that you have to order in order to get free shipping. So yeah, they have it taped up pretty good here. That's for sure. And that's a good thing because we know that our books are not damaged here. So let's see. I have my 5 books here. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Sorry about the camera shaking. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 books. My little invoices here. I didn't realize that each and every last one of them would be wrapped in individual plastic. So I'm going to exit stage left, take off all of the plastic, and I will be right back. I wanted to pop back in to show you how these are packaged or wrapped in the plastic. And then I will exit stage left for real to remove all the other plastic. But it's in this plastic sleeve and they tape it down. Well, I guess there's some adhesive there and they fold it down, okay? So this is how it's packaged. Just so you know, I'm sure many of you are familiar with this book. Let me exit stage left and I will be right back. All of the plastic has been removed. Now I am ready to get into the books. The first book that we are taking a look at is this book. It is Greek Mythology coloring book. The cover looks pretty nice. Everything is in another language, so I have not translated anything. We're just going to look at the pictures that's in here we do recognize a word, or I do, and you do too. That's book. I don't know who the author is. I will find that out later. All right, let's take a look. Opening up the book, of course, this is a book cover that's on here, and then this is how the book looks without the book cover. When we open the book, it looks like a little bit, it kind of reminds me of the cover, well, the border of the actual page here. That's, well, illustration that's on the cover of the book. Yeah, it does. Now, in Asian books, what I notice is that they will always have like an example of how the coloring pages should look, or give you something to kind of follow. And what I see here, or what I notice, is this is probably a page where you can get some tips on how to color certain things. And that's what I'm thinking this is. Of course, I will translate this page for myself at a later time, but you can kind of figure out that this is what's going on. Because we have some grapes here that have not been colored, and then we have some that are colored. Then we move on. I'm thinking that they are explaining how to color this picture here. And now we have this picture with the character drinking wine, and this page is colored. The paper feels, this paper feels very, very nice. And I would not be reluctant to use water-based products if I wanted to. The rest of this, or all of this, is in another language, so I'm not going to try to tell you what it says. We're just looking at pictures today. Going to another page. Here's another example of a page that is already colored, and I'm sure that there is a page like this inside of the book that's not colored. We have this one here. We have a few more pages. Examples of how the pages are to be colored, or, you know, just to give you a reference look at how to color. Now, this is the contents. There's another English word, but this is all the contents that is in this book. It's all in a different language. And I'm sure, of course, it's about each page that we will be looking at. I'm sure this is probably information about the book and probably the author. But do know that I will translate it because I want to know what it says. All right. So here we go. We have some pages here. Again, like I said, you hear that? You hear that? This paper is very, very nice. And I do like Greek mythology things, so that's why I bought this book. I thought it would be cool to get that type of book. Now, I'm just going to flip through, and if I see something that sticks out to me, I will mention it. And I'm sure on this page, they are telling us what this page or character is. I really don't know, to be honest. I can only guess. So let's take a look at the pages. Okay. Cupid. I like the art. It's very nice. I think it's very nice. It looks realistic to me, you know. And I like how open it is so that I can be free to create, to color it any way I want to. Now, let's take a look. I'm going to flip. I will talk when necessary. Black background right here. I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, I don't really like that. I'm going to be honest. But I understand why they did it, because it's nighttime. Possibly. Okay, we have soldier there with his armor on. Now, this is the one that we saw earlier at the beginning of the book about the grapes and the person holding the glass of wine. Here, I guess these are descriptions of the pages that we just saw, telling you a little bit more about the character on each page. I'm going to have to definitely get this translated because I want to know what it says, because I don't know. All right. Now we have some more pages. Ooh, I really like this. Even though it has some black in it, I really still like it. It's neat. She's covered with bubbles. Okay. This is a nice double page spread. I like it. I had to adjust my light. I think my lighting was a little dark. I'm sorry about that. This is nice. This is another double page spread. What I like about the art in general is that I can tell what's going on. I don't get confused about what's going on in the illustration. So that's a plus for me. We have an angel there with angel wings. I do like the paper. I'm impressed. I really like books that have good paper. Then I feel, you know, a sense of freedom to use whatever I want to use and not be limited with what I want to color with. They're playing the musical harps. Take a look. Now this book has people. I'm not gonna say I'm okay with coloring people, you know, but that's probably why I got it, so I can color people more and get a feel of that. Okay, there's another double page spread. Seems like all of them are double page spreads. You had your single pages. Well, not all of them are, but a good number of them are double page spreads. I didn't check to see about the stitching. Oh, it looks glued. I was just trying to see. We have another double page spread. We have fruit there, apple. All right, another page. This is not double page spread, but I think it's very nice. I really do. Then we have information about the pages that we just saw. They tell us about, I guess, what's going on and who they are trying to depict in the illustration. More pages here. Okay. Dragons right there. It looks to me that these illustrations, the people tend to get smaller than what they were in the other illustrations. That's a bigger character there. And then we have information about each one of those illustrations that I can't read. And that's it for Greek mythology coloring book. Before I move on to the next coloring book, here are my first impressions of this coloring book. I like the paper. I think the paper is A1. Yes. But as far as the illustrations, I'm just okay. I'm not like, wow. There are some illustrations that I think are very, very nice and I would like to color. I just think it's okay for me as far as my first impression. Again, I do like the illustrations and I will color in it, but I'm not just like wowed by it at all. All right, moving on to the next coloring book. The next coloring book I have is by Eriy. It is The Magical Land of Laura Mia coloring book. Let's take a look inside. I do have some of Eriy's coloring books, so I know her style and all that good stuff. And this is how it looks on the front. It has this little thing here with more information on it. Let's take a look at the back here. It show you some, it has some of the illustrations on the back, the little sleeve here. And let's check it out. The Magical Land of Laura Mia. And I probably need to turn my light down some. There we go. And I may need to bring you down, but I'll keep moving. This is in a different language, and so I don't really know what it says, but I assume that we can color these and give it a color scheme if we want to. We have our map like we always do, because I do have romantic country coloring books from Eriy, so she always has like a little map in the book to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. The paper feels about the same as it does in Eriy's coloring books that I have. So let's check it out right quick. Now, you know that Eriy draws with a toothpick, which makes her coloring books quite interesting. Okay. So we have, again, the bookstore or a place that sells books. I think this is pretty cool here. There's a lot going on, but it's a cute page. Ooh, look at all those books. This is a cute page, wallpaper. Yeah, I think that's cute. She's with her granny, I would assume. Okay. We have some witches up here. Must be Halloween, maybe. Have some yarn over here. I'm just going to flip through, and when something captures my attention, then I will talk about it. Look at that. This is paint. We have our palette here and our ink. Paintbrush. Little pens that you probably can dip into the ink. That's what I'm thinking. I really like this page right here. I think it's cute. This looks like an art supply store, doesn't it? But I don't know. Looks like some fish right there. The reason I said art supply because there are some paintbrushes there. Okay. And we have a person in a witch hat. There's a lot going on this page. Yeah, a lot. All right. Enchanted. I'm going to say that might be witch. Yeah. Okay. For rent. So there is a little bit of English in here. I guess this little witch cottage or whatever it is for rent. I don't know if it's a witch cottage, but it is a little place that's for rent. Okay. We trying to cast some spells. I guess that's what's inside of the little cottage. All this stuff here. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this art, but I'm going to keep on turning the pages. Okay, now they're at a lake here. This is a nice illustration here. I like that one. And then inside of each of the bottles, she has like a little scene. You have the beach inside of a bottle here. And we have nighttime, and then we have the mountain scene. Now that's really nice, I think. I like this page too. Okay, we have, looks like a wizard. Clark's Photo Studio. Okay. I'm thinking it's Halloween and it's, you know, she's trying to show us some stuff here. before, after. Okay. I think the illustrations are cute, but on some of the pages, it's just a lot going on. I have to try to figure out what in the world is this? What's going on here? But it looks like a fun and whimsical coloring book as far as the pages are concerned. A little turtle there. That's cute. Okay, I like this page too, right here. I like it. Then we have all the scrolls. We have globes. Wilson's travel maps. So those are maps. Okay. Those are maps. And it says open. So let's come on in to see what type of maps you have. We have globes. We have maps that are rolled up in scrolls. We have, looks like a turkey. Maybe this is autumn coming in now. Again, a lot going on for me when I, just look at the picture. That's cute. That's even cute too. Oh, the little dresses. Now this is cute. I like this. Dahlias. I can't even say that word, but you see the word there. And then we have roses. So she does have a little bit of English in here, so I'm not too lost. Menu. We have what looks like the kitchen bakery. I like things like this. A little bit more things going on. A lot going on. Now this is nice. I like both of these pages here. Okay, we have a graveyard. That's what it looks like here. I need to learn the story about what this book is about. But I do like the art. We have a skull right there. Okay. Okay. Some steampunky stuff going on. Sky lamps. I guess that's what that's about. Yeah. What I'm noticing is that both of the pages tend to be to complement each other. It's not something that's totally different. We have our balloon, cotton candy, the little witches here. Okay, another page here. That looks like a palette to me, like a paint palette. This is Mary Abbott. And then back here, I guess it's probably descriptions or explanations, or I guess descriptions of each of the pages, letting us know what's going on. So of course I will have to translate this. That's it. That's it for Eriy's The Magical Land of Laura Mia Coloring. What do I think about this book? I think it's fun. It gave me fun. It gave me whimsical. And it just lifted me. It made me feel happy. But as far as the pages, I have to kind of look at some of them really closely to see what's going on. But overall, I do like the coloring book. It is fun. It is fun. Moving on to the next one. The next coloring book that I have is by Mona, and on the front of the book it says Wonderful Houses in an Imaginary World. On my invoice it says Special Coloring Book Series, A Fantasy House in a Fantasy World. So I hope this looks good. I kind of have I kind of feel like it's going to be a really cute book. Really cute book, because look at the cover. I think this is really, really nice. Flower drink. Most of this is in another language, but that's okay. Let's take a look in here. Here are some more coloring books here. That's the little book cover This is how the book actually looks. It's the same cover that we see here. It's just not colored. Doesn't have any color here. And this is the cover of the book cover. Okay. So when I open the book, I see illustrations that have been colored. Let me move you up some. And it looks good. These look cute. So I'm assuming that these are pages that are in here and they are showing us how they've colored them to give us an idea of how to color them. The paper is okay. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Let me flip. Here are some more illustrations that have been colored for us to give us an idea of how to color the pages. This right here is in English. Let's see what it says. It says, the Clock Tower Library, the astrologer's irreplaceable haven. Okay, so that's what it says here. And here, let me see if there was anything else said. No, that's in a different language. There's some English here, and it says, a house standing in the heart of a vast vineyard. So that's what this one is. I just noticed something about this page. It says here, coloring sample is by colored pencil. Okay, and I think it's like that on the other page here. It says coloring sample, colored pencil. Colored pencil. I didn't know that because I'm standing up here and I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see what that is. But yeah, okay. Colored pencil. So they tell us what was used on the page. I thought it was watercolor myself. The paper feels like the paper in the Eriy coloring book that I hauled in my part 1 coloring book haul. Now this page, I would assume, tells you about how to do some coloring techniques and how to get certain looks. That's what I'm assuming this is, because it is not in English. But the pictures are you can kind of figure out what's going on here. Now, what I noticed about this book is that I think they have a PDF file for this. Yeah, it says bookimpress.co books, and then you can go to that website here. Okay. Now we have the preface or preface, and we have all the little houses here. And I would say, you know, this would be like a page to kind of do your little coloring palette for the particular house that will be coming up. That's what I'm thinking now. Don't quote me on that, because I don't know. I haven't looked in this book. This is my first time, like it is for you. It's the first time for me as well. Mona's name is there, and we have the little houses. Then it says fairy tale fantasy, and here is the house here, but then this is a bigger portion or bigger size of the house. I'm assuming that this is the little house, fantasy house, but this is inside of the fantasy house. Yeah, because look at the little top shingles here, and then look at the shingles here. They're the same. It says flower drink, and also this is what's on the cover here. Okay. All right, next page. We have another little fantasy house, and then we have a scene where she is showing the inside of the house. Okay, this is really neat, I think. This looks like a winter illustration because I see some snowflakes. Next page, we have this little house, the outside, and then here's the inside. Yeah, we have a Christmas tree, so this is a winter scene or winter time, and we have little stuffed animals, teddy bears. Yeah. Next page is our other little house here, and looks like a underwater scene. We have a whale there and some more underwater things, and then we have underwater rooms, which I think is pretty cute. Yeah, that's cute. Looks like that could be a little jellyfish. Next page, we have the jewelry shop. Okay, that's cute. And then we have more of the jewelry shop, like inside the rooms. This is what it looks like. The next page, we have a little house here. Looks like a palm tree. Some other little things going on. Looks like candy to me. And then we have some more little rooms. I don't know if these go together or not. I can't really tell that. Maybe this is a house and this is a room within that house. And then this is a room within the house, and this is the house that goes with that, I guess. I don't know, but maybe not, because this is a tree, looks like. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't have time to be trying to figure it out. I need to be showing you the pages. Mystery and adventure. Okay. Take a look at this. Next, we have this little room here. Looks like a library of some sort. We have this here. What I like about these pages is that they aren't too big. It's just enough area to color. You don't have like a whole lot of page and excess space. Okay, we have this page and this page. I think they kind of go together maybe, because that looks like I'm looking out with, you know, the shape here is round. I think these go together. This is inside of this little, what, airplane here? Yeah. Or submarine. I don't know. It actually is an airplane probably, because I see clouds. We have some more little houses. This is Halloween now. More little houses here. Country and antique. Okay. We have this here. You can color it in an antique fashion if you want to, or a country fashion, whichever floats your boat. Look at that. Looks like little windmills there. Looks like we're at a bar here. That's what it looks like an ice cream bar of somewhat, or a cafe. Okay. This is a different type of book for me. The ink is black, but not too black. It says now and future. So I'm thinking that she goes back in time and she works up to the modern way things look today in the homes. Okay, in buildings. You can kind of see that here. We have a bar here. Some other little scenes. So I would say this is inside of the RV or the bus, and then inside of this bus, that's how it looks, or the travel bus. And I guess these are the characters, and you can color your character the way you want to and write down the colors that you use. So when you get to that page, you already know how you're going to color it. That's kind of like what I'm thinking. Maybe. And I don't know. Because I don't remember seeing anybody. I'm probably all the way wrong. I don't know what this stuff is about. But I'm thinking maybe, let me see something. It says, the people living in an imaginary world. So these are the people living in the imaginary world. Okay. Did I see any people? I gotta go back. I really don't see any people. So maybe these are people that we can, I guess, cut out and put there. I don't know. Like, I definitely need to translate this because I don't know what's going on here. But she says these are the people living in the imaginary world. Then we have the index with all of the illustrations that we just saw. And that is it by Mona. Wonderful Houses in an Imaginary World. What do I think about this book? I think this is a pretty good book. I like it. I like the paper. I like that it's not too big of a book. Moving on to the next book. The next coloring book that I have is Soothing Cute Animals and Beautiful Flowers coloring book. It says Cosmic Mook. Okay. The cover here, the book cover, is glossy. That's why you see the reflection of the light here. So this is the cover here, book cover. This is how the coloring book looks after I remove the book cover. Okay, so let's take a look in here. Now this is one that I chose because I do like animals. Let's take a look. Now the ink in here is kind of dark gray. Not dark gray, but it's not real black. And here we have something in a different language, but you can see there are illustrations around whatever this is. If you like coloring animals, that's what this book is all about. Animals and flowers. All right. So we have more animals around this here. I'm assuming this is the table of contents here. So whatever page that you want to go to, they have the page number for whatever it is you want to color. All right, let's take a look here. The paper is pretty good. It feels like the paper that I just showed you in the Mona book. Yeah. Now, the illustrations kind of remind me of Kanoko Egusa's book, but this is cute. Very, very cute. So if you like animals, you might like this book. I do. I like animals, and I think this is an adorable page here. It's a double page spread, but I can see what's going on. I understand what's happening. Next page. Another double page spread. This is a pretty big book because I went in order, the smallest book to the largest book. This is a cute page as well. Now, what do we have going on here? Okay. We have some animals here. Looks like they live in a little house here. Their own little houses. You got your flowers. This is a nice illustration. This is, like I said, the ink is kind of, this is darker ink. It looks black to me, but not like totally black. We have some little dogs surrounded by flowers. I do like the paper. It feels pretty good. We have strawberries, a hat, some food, fruit, our bunnies. Looks like they are on the picnic blanket. That's what it looks like to me. So far, I like the illustrations in this book. Even though I'm not a cat person, these little kittens or cats, whatever they look like little kittens. They are adorable. Then we have some food here. Very cute page. Very big page as well. Okay, we have a tree scene with owls. That's a nice page too. So far, I do like the illustrations in this book. Everything is just, I would say, easy to figure out what's going on instead of me wondering, like, what in the world is going on here? I don't have to wonder about that so far as I turn the page. Okay. We have these little animals. I'm thinking one thing in my mind about what this animal is, but I don't want to be wrong, so I'm not going to say it. But it's still a very cute page. Koalas. All these pages are so adorable. Wow, look at the little typewriter. We have our kittens here. Some books, ink, feathers. Very, very nice. The ink is spilled there. An outdoorsy scene with the trees, and you have a dog here. Double page spread. Another double page spread with bunnies and flowers. We have seal. No. See, I may be saying the wrong animal. That is not a seal. I'm thinking an otter or a beaver. But anyway, we have two of them right here. Oh, nice flowers. Everything is big and bold, and you can be as creative as you want to be in this book. The paper is nice. It's not extra thick, but you know, it's pretty good. We have our birds. I like coloring birds. We have more little dogs, little pups here. I'm digging this book. At first, when I got a glimpse of it, I said, I don't know about this book. I don't think I like it, but I do like it. I think it's adorable. It's So if you like coloring animals and flowers, then you might like this book. And it's pretty big too. Yeah. Now I think you can probably use like some water-based markers, but I would not use alcohol markers in here, only because you have illustrations on both sides of the page. So cute. Look at that. We have our animal here in a bed of flowers. Looks like tulips. We have animals here. I am really digging this book. Looks like some fruit here. I'm thinking apples. When I first saw it, I thought it was a coconut. A Thai coconut. We have grapes. But I don't think that's a Thai coconut. That looks like an apple. And we have acorns. This is a fall page. Next page, we have some adorable little kittens. There's a mouse in a bed, a bouquet of flowers. We have some more animals here. Looks like, I don't know. I'm thinking polar bears. We have a pandas. More flowers. So this is a pretty nice little book. It looks like we can do a rainbow right there. Nice little book with some adorable little animals with pretty little eyes. Their eyes seem to look all the same. Not all of them, but the kittens do, and the dogs, the little puppies. We have the mice here. I guess that's some type of food. Flowers and animals. Cute little flowers and cute little animals. Adorable. We have our birds look like cardinals. Yeah, this is a double page spread. More kittens in the flowers. Looks like a little drum right here. I don't know what that is, but it just reminds me of a drum. Little bunnies. Jack-o'-lantern. Different scenes. That's cute. And that's Christmas. Okay. Squirrels. There's a lot of pages in here. And it's a lot of nice pages in here. I didn't know this book was this cute. I kind of peeked in it when I got ready to show the book in the clip. And I was like, ooh, I don't think I like that. But then as I started flipping, I have a change of mind because I think this is a very nice book. It does give me Kanoko Egusa. Kanoko Egusa vibes a lot. So I guess back here is, yeah, it has the page. So I guess it's describing what's going on each page, I guess. And maybe what flowers, I don't know. I will definitely translate it to see because I want to know. I don't want to have a book and I don't know what it says. Okay. There's a lot of pages in here. And we have some more books listed here. all in another language. Then here on the back we have some flowers and a little dog. That is it for the Cosmic Mook, which has cute animals and lots of flowers or cute flowers. I like this book. My first impression, thumbs up, I do like it. This is the cover, and there is this little, I don't know what you call these, but I'm going to say it's a little mini book cover. But it has all of the books that she has created on the front here. And on the back, it has pages that you'll see inside of the book. I think I have 3 of Kanoko Egusa's coloring books. So this will be my 4th one. Let's take a look at it. This is the book cover here, Leon's Journey. And it's about a cat. Leon is a cat from what I understand. This is the book cover. This is how the regular book looks without the cover over it. It looks the same. It's just one color here. No color. You have the 2 cats. Let's take a look inside. The ink is black. It's, I would say, the traditional Kanoko Egusa books. That's how the ink is. The paper is pretty good. It feels like what I just felt in the book previously, but it feels like to me the book that I just showed you, that paper is a little bit heavier than this one. This one feels a little bit lighter. So let's take a look inside this book. Of course, we know her illustrations are going to be front and back. All right. I may have to bring you up some because her book is pretty big. It's the biggest book that I have that I purchased. This one and the one before. So we have these, we have this illustration here, which is cute. It's all in another language. I don't know what it says. All I know is Leon. That's the cat there. And then we have, oh, I see now there are names on all the other animals. So we have Lily right here, and Latte and Mocha. These are puppies or dogs. This is an owl, and his name is Baron. Yeah. And Leon. So I guess these are Leon's little buddies here. All right. Let's take a flip. I like Kanoko Egusa's work, so I really don't have much to say. We're just going to look through the pages to see what's going on here. Her pages are adorable. Look at that. Those are look like little ducklings being hugged by another type of animal. That's not a duck. It actually looks like a bunny to me. And she's like, okay, I'm here to take care of you. You have your little puppies, different types of dogs here. A day in the life of Leon. So we're going to go on a journey to see what Leon does and who he visits and all that good stuff. At least that's what I'm thinking. Okay, take a look at the page here. All right. And we have, this page is cute with the birds and the ribbons. Spring collection. And these are the spring collections. You have strawberries, a book, snail, little egg-shaped thing there. Yeah, it's cute. Leon, I guess that's Leon. He's stretching. And somebody's going on a trip. They have their luggage. Yeah. Maybe Leon is going on a trip with his owner. Maybe not. I don't know. So let's take a look. Now, what Kanoko Egusa has done, I've seen this on Instagram where there are different little smaller illustrations on one page, which is good because you don't have to color a whole page. You can color a small little scene here, which is pretty good. You don't have to be overwhelmed with a big page. So all right, I don't really have much to say because I do like her work, and it doesn't look any different from the other books that I have. It's your Kanoko Egusa way of doing her art, and it looks the same. But one of the things that I'm picking up is that it seems to be a little bit more refined than it is in the other books. So she did her thing with this one. She said, "I'm gonna tighten it up a bit." And over time, people's skills get more refined. At least that's what I think. I like this. I'm trying to figure out what is this. Okay, I figured out what it is. Looks like some little tassels of some sort. I won't be talking. I'm just going to flip. When I see something that captures my attention, I may say something. Other than that, I don't have any reason to say anything. Now, I like this. This is cute. You have your teapot, but you have a scene inside of the teapot. That's really cute. And then a little bit of a scene here inside the teacup. A flying squirrel. They're on the mailbox. And then we have some more scenes, individual scenes that are not big scenes that you can color fairly quickly. At least I think so. Or how slowly, you may want to take your time and do some other things. Okay. The next one is rainy day fashion for animals. So these animals, they have their raincoats on and their umbrellas. Yeah. Too cute. So I do like that she has these scenes broken out in little scenes so that you can color a little scene and not it be such a big page. I like that. And she does it here over on this page as well. It's like, hey, where y'all going? I want to go. And you can see Leon is looking off to see, okay, they're gone. I guess I'm about to have me some fun for real now. Then we have this page. This is in another language. I can't read that. Then we have summer collection. Got some ice cream. Yes, I love ice cream. Then we have our little scenes broken up again, which is good because you can finish coloring something fairly quickly. And, kind of like Johanna Basford's books where she have individual little elements that you can color on a page. That's what this reminds me of. Except it's little animals. Cafe Marin or Marin. Next page. We have some desserts, ice cream. And what I like is that her pages are broken up into seasons. That's cool, I think. I like when an author does that because you can color pages in the specific season when we are actually in that season. We on a boat or we going somewhere that's ocean related. Tourism. Hey, we going on a tour. That's right. See, this is kind of like what I was talking about with Johanna Bass for individual elements to color. And this is nice too. And I like the way Kanoko has it as well with the little boxes as well as rectangles. I like that as well. I like that. Little balloons. There's a fish and water, lily pads. We have desert area. I almost said this is an underwater scene, but then I see a little house that's on top. I guess you can make it however you want it. This could be underwater and this could be underwater, this little house here. But I don't think so. I don't know. Don't get me to trying to figure out what this page is. He's sleeping. He's dreaming about all this stuff here. That's what's going on. I figured it out. Okay, nice little illustration here. More. I was going to say underwater, but that's just, little animals saying I'm about to go fishing. Just a lot going on. Not a lot, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Again, he might be just thinking about stuff. We have the pages broken up again into smaller little pages. You can make this into a big page if she wanted to, but I like that she has it like this because I don't have to feel like I have to color a whole big page. I can just color this one little area. How cool is that? And we come back with our squares and rectangles with the illustrations inside of the boxes. Very nice. I don't know about you, but I do like water scenes. I like to color water. Even though I'm probably not the best at coloring water, I like to color it anyway. We have autumn collection. And everything you probably will see in autumn. I like this right here. How she has the slices of fruit inside of the balloon. I think that's very nice. Unique. Okay, we have our horse in the stall. That looks like pomegranate. This is nice too because you have the little house and everything inside of the circle. I like that. And we have our autumn stuff. Squashes, pumpkin. Little Leo is just chilling again. I'm going to assume that's Leo. He's just having a good time in every season. Now this is nice. I like this. We have more little individual illustrations that shouldn't take too long to color. more of the same. Not the same illustrations, but the way they are blocked off. We have this big page here, which is cute. They're getting their cooking on. And there's something here that I don't know what it says. Then we're baking. They're baking, looks like a pie and some cinnamon rolls. Looks like pumpkin, I'm going to say soup or something. I don't know. You have a cupcake. Yeah. More illustrations. I like that she included some illustrations in here like this. Yes, I do. This is nice. I like all of the illustrations in here. And I can see myself coloring them. And I'm glad I bought this book. I really am. Winter collection. You know what? Because some of the other books that I have, they seem a bit overwhelming if you are new to coloring. And this is kind of not so overwhelming. At least I don't think it is. If you feel overwhelmed, you can just go color something in the little box or in the little circle or individual item that she has. And you'll feel okay. You won't feel overwhelmed or anything. We have the Christmas tree and decorations here. And we have this black background with the animals inside of the windows. This is an advent calendar. Okay. That's what it was giving me. It was giving me those vibes. So, okay. You know what? I like coloring bricks, and I have some graph tints or tinted, I guess you would call it tinted watercolor pencils, and I think that would look nice on these bricks. I can't wait to do that on brick illustrations. Well, illustrations that have bricks in them. Okay. There's a lot to color in this book. She has a lot of illustrations. Now I'm trying to see what's going on here. We have a TP. We have a lot going on in that one. Okay. This is a snow scene. Then at the end, she has thank you. That's it. Leo has a nice little adventure. And we have something here, but it's in a different language. We know this is Kanoko Egusa. Or it has Egusa Kanoko 2025. And here's some more pages that you can color, but it's not on white paper. This is more like a cream paper here. I guess this could be like little cards. She may say what it is in the book, but I don't really know because it's not in English. But, you know, I'm thinking this is little cards that you can paint here. Yeah, these are postcards on the back. Duh. And there are some more illustrations. So she has some extra stuff in the back of the book. Postcards and some more little illustrations that if you want to, you can color them and cut them out and laminate them, gift them, or give them to someone, which is always a nice thing to do for those who like what you do and how you color. That's it for Kanoko Egusa's book. I really wanted this book. and I got it. I'm glad I have it because there's a lot of coloring to do in this book, and it is so nice. I really like this book. This is Leon's Journey. Those are all the books that I purchased from YesAsia.com. I only got 5 books, and of all the 5 books that I purchased, I like every one of them, but the first one I showed you is my least favorite. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Until next time, keep calm and keep coloring. Bye.